interest in her as well. And so the matchups with CWC not really having a lot of post presence outside of Sawyer.
Got two. They've really got two that are strong on the boards.
Yeah, they definitely do. And Blanche Twelu out there as well, and others. And it's just kind of a situation that Central's going to have their work cut out for them here this evening. Coming up on your Porter's pregame show, we are going to talk with our head coach, Leighton Westmoreland. We'll do that here in just a minute. We'll also quickly take a look at the men's game. And looking at the men's score records, you've got two very similar teams there. LCCC 11-9, and they're 0-2 in conference. They've lost two of their two conference games. Central's 10-10. They're 1-1 after swiping one on the road at Casper. They've won 4 of their last 5, so that's what things look like for the men's game that'll be coming up at 7:30 here tonight.
And the standings starting to define themselves a little bit too. It seems like with that after that first week of play.
Well, and I think even more so after the 30-something point win of Gillette over Western Wyoming in men's play last night. Definitely kind of separating the herd at the top for the Pronghorns at least.
And I think the team we play tomorrow's got 3 games under their belt in Region 9 already.
And they lost. They're 1-2 after Eastern Wyoming got beat by Northwest at Northwest last night. So it's just like what we've talked about with Coach Schmidt. It's anybody's conference right now, and you got to win them.
Which is not the case on the gals' side. It's Casper College's to take it away from them.
Yeah, I would think so. And then Western Wyoming, who made the finals last year, has been playing well. We'll see how they tune up. But definitely on the Region 9 North men's side, it could be just about anybody's. Gillette right now is a front runner out with a 3-0 advantage there. This is your Porter's pregame show brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply. They are on North Federal Boulevard in Riverton. I'm John Gabrielson. He's Joel Kindle. When we come back on the Porter's pregame show, it is a talk with head coach Leighton Westmoreland. This is the Porter's pregame show from Rustler Media, the Rustlers and the Golden Eagles on 88.1 and Rustler Media.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business, it's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marrying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
We are Rustler! Together! We exist!
Trevor, good time for her first triple. Got it! Back on the Porter's pregame show, talking with head coach Leighton Westmoreland of the CWC ladies. And I guess in your estimation, give me a recap of the first 2 conference games last weekend on the road at Casper and Rock Springs.
You know, we opened the conference play with conference champion and conference runner-up, and so, you know, we knew coming in we had to play our best basketball. Unfortunately, we did not do that at Casper. You know, that was a pretty one-sided game the whole way through. You know, round 2 against Casper, we just have to put out a better showing as far as effort and enthusiasm, and we just didn't have that night. Western Wyoming, we put up a good game. The deficit was not indicative of the game until the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter. It was a 9-point game. And so, you know, we just really dropped the ball in those last 4 minutes in an effort to get back in. And so you see that bigger deficit. But, you know, we just got to continue to do the little things. And with a group that is eight healthy freshmen, one healthy sophomore. It's just a lot of growing pains right now.
Well, and 10 games left. No reason to pull the ripcord and freak out about anything right now. But at the same time, comparing scores, I think, of some other games leads you to believe that, hey, there's still a lot of basketball yet to be played for this team.
Absolutely. We're able to, we play Western Wyoming tonight. We see Western Wyoming beat Northwest by 25 points. Everybody saw what Casper did to us, and then Northwest only lose to Casper by 16. It's like this carousel keeps going round and round, and we're the only ones not matching the scores. And so it's just really frustrating right now, and just trying to find that effort level to make sure that we can get the games we need, that we're supposed to win.
And, they get the opportunity to make that happen tonight against a team that is very similar to your basketball team, record-wise where they're at overall, record-wise where they're at in conference play. I talked with their coach yesterday. She said, we need a win desperately, and that's kind of the same situation you're in.
Absolutely. That's where both teams are at, and, I have a lot of respect for Ayana. What this is going to come down to is the players. She's not going to outcoach me, and I'm not going to outcoach her. It's going to come down to what ladies on the floor in uniforms are going to put out the best performance, and that's how the night's going to end.
How did this week go? Was it all focused on LCCC and then let's see what happens on Saturday, or did you spend a little time addressing both? How did the week go, or even more so just worried about orange and black?
We've dialed back on our scouts a little bit. Yes, we know their key players and sets they run and defenses they do and where they like to get their shots from, but we really keyed back on the scout, just because, like you said, we really just got to focus on ourselves. We're doing some things that we haven't struggled with all year, and just trying to figure out why we're doing those things and how we just be better basketball players. And having the injuries hasn't helped, because that's key players for us as far as substitutions, rotations. But ultimately, it's going to come down to which group in uniforms wants to win.
X's and O's, a couple of things on the whiteboard that you have to do to be successful tonight.
We got to rebound. We have got to rebound. Lila Spring is, a dominant force inside, averaging almost 16 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. We can match that on the boards with Emily. But at the end of the day, who else is going to rebound? They've got multiple girls that can rebound. And tonight, if we refuse to do that like we have in the last 2 games, then we're going to be in trouble.
Got down to 9 kids. Are we all healthy, ready to go?
Yep, we're healthy, ready to go. 9 strong, and that's all we can ask for.
All right. Anything else from your side?
Just on the live stream, check us out, or come down in person. Want to see a lot of orange in the stands.
All right, sounds good. We'll send a couple up at halftime of the men's game, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And Coach Leighton Westmoreland of the CWC Women, they'll take on LCCC. Starting lineups in the opening tip of the Region 9 home opener for Central, right after this from Rustler Media.
Winter driving in Wyoming requires a light touch and a cautious approach. This is Cody Beers with WYDOT. Think about these winter driving tips. It takes extra time to slow down or stop on slick roads. Try to avoid using your cruise control when road conditions are slick. Drive at appropriate speeds in the winter. Are you in that big of a hurry? If you encounter poor visibility, such as a ground blizzard or snowstorm, slow down. Slow down for your safety and mine. If you don't have to go, don't. And please, buckle up.
This broadcast comes to you in part by Fremont Therapy. They offer physical, occupational, and sports therapy in Lander, Riverton, Rawlins, and Green River, Wyoming. They are the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game and can be found online at FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Welcome back to Rustler Gymnasium. This is the Porters pregame show. John Gabrielson, Joel Kindle getting set for Region 9 basketball action. Let's get you the starting lineups for tonight's game. First off, for the home team, down to 9 players with a couple injured reserves on the bench. Macy Hine and you've got Rhea Ukai, both on the bench, and one just underwent surgery. And for Macy, it was the same knee, just a different part of the knee that she did in while at the College of Southern Idaho before Christmas. And Rhea tearing up some ligaments as well, and hopefully everybody else, knock on wood, is okay to go.
And for Macy, that means that's 6.3 points out of your lineup, when she's not playing.
Well, and she was just getting better and better and better, as evidenced by the 15 she put up in the game at CSI before she went down with the injury. Rustlers will start like this for second-year head coach Leighton Westmoreland. Again, they're 7-13 on the season. His assistant is Lizette Heredia. Number 1 is Natalia Ballin, a 5'6" freshman, averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds per ball game. She's 3rd in assists and 7th in steals in the Region 9 North out of Provo, Utah.
Well, that is odd because the assist numbers aren't that high. Then if she's ranked with averaging 3.0 assists, I believe.
And right, third in the Region 9.
That is odd to me, isn't it to you a little bit?
Just writing down stats as I saw them. Number 4 is Ari Rodriguez, the 5'9" freshman, scoring 10 points a game. She is also a 72% free throw shooter, 28% from the three-point line. She is out of Converse, Texas, scored 35, a new women's single-game high in recent history for the CWC Women against Dawson is Ari Rodriguez. Number 15 is Caitlin Walker. She goes by Katie, a 5'9" freshman, just under 8 points, 5 rebounds per ball game, 88% free throw shooter, and she had 14 versus North Platte. Her season high is 17. She is out of Orem, Utah, is Katie Walker. Number 24, the leading scorer on the team, a 5'6" freshman from Blackfoot, Idaho. That is Espy Vergara. Espy just under 12 points, 4 rebounds per ball game, and she has a couple of times she has hit 4 threes in games. She has been double figures 10 times on the season. 79% free throw shooter is Espy Vergara. And number 42 is 6'1" freshman out of Evanston. 9 points, 9 rebounds per ball game on average. 9 times she has been in double figures rebounding. She had a great game of 16 points and 17 rebounds versus Western Wyoming. 3rd best rebounder in Region 9 North out of Evanston with a 4.0 is Emily Sawyer. Matter of fact, there were 3 4.0s on the CWC team as well.
And they're going to need her board work tonight.
Definitely. So it will be Ballin, Rodriguez, Walker, Vergara, and Sawyer, the 5, dressed in white, orange and black accents as the CWC Rustlers warming up on the left end of the gym right now. On the other side for Ayana McWilliams in her 3rd season at LCCC. They are 7-11. They have lost 6 of their last 7. They're 0-2 in conference play, right there with Central at 0-2, and both teams much needing a win. Number 0 is the 6'1" sophomore out of Brisbane, Australia from Queensland. 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks per ball game. She and Blanche Twelu have started all 18 games for this team, as they're the only 2 to do that. She had 30 points and 20 rebounds and 8 blocks against Air Force Prep, and she's just about 24 rebounds away from the school record at LCCC as well.
I've been there, but I have not gotten gas there.
Lila Spring, the 6'1" sophomore. Wearing number 10 is a 5'9" freshman out of London, England. She's good for 14 points, 9 rebounds per ball game. As I mentioned, started all 18 games. That is Blanche Twelu. She is a 5'9" freshman. Number 13, a redshirt freshman, 5'11" out of Madrid, Spain, is Marcela Pinedo. A 5'7" sophomore wearing number 22, also out of Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, is Tyra Lovelock. And number 42 is Alba Garrido Lamas, a 5'6" freshman from Spain. And if you're thinking, there's a lot of internationals on this team.
There's not a single American starter on this team.
You're right. There are 9 internationals and 2 that are not international. 1 Wyoming kid on the roster, and that is Maddie Jones out of Torrington. They did have Izzy DeLong from Cheyenne East, but no longer with the team for personal reasons, is what Coach McWilliams told me last night. Is he playing for Coach Westling in that little East dynasty that had been going on prior to Cody ending that last year? And I know that Eastern Wyoming also has 2 Torrington players on it. So you got 3 players out of Torrington over the last couple of years that are out there playing in Region 9 North basketball right now.
Well, I know the Jones name out of Torrington. I have no idea if that's a relation to who I know, because it's not kind of a common name.
To Grant Jones perhaps out there. With a lot of other ones there.
Scott Jones.
We are creeping up on the opening tap of this ball game. We're going to get a national anthem, and so we will step aside for that. Again, it's a doubleheader tonight. It's a doubleheader tomorrow at 2 and 4. There are only 6 home dates left for CWC, and one of them is tonight. One of them is tomorrow afternoon at 2 and 4. I'm John Gabrielson. That is Joel Kindle. Thank you for being a part of this tonight. Amanda Nikoloff and the new media classes are helping us out. As I look up here, I see Andy, I see Noah, and I also see a young lady whose name I do not know that is in Amanda's class here. But guess what? I've got Skylar and Raylan are going to be helping as well, and I'm not sure who our shadower is here tonight to give her some credit as well. But thanks to Amanda Nikoloff and the new media classes for providing our sights and sounds here from Rustler Gymnasium. They've stopped the clock at 48.6. They've reset it to 10 for the first quarter. Steve Barlow will be giving us our starting lineups, but first, the national anthem. We'll step aside for that on radio. We'll be back after this. This is Rustler Basketball on Rustler Media.
Bailey Enterprises is a supporter of CWC Athletic Broadcasts. Bailey's operates Pit Stop Travel Centers, Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Bailey Oil Company.
I like your French purse.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets made clear the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Song, popcorn poppin'. It's time for Region 9 North basketball as the Rustlers of Central Wyoming College and the LCCC Golden Eagles out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, get ready to do battle. And Addie Wagner is our other student up here tonight, thanks to Amanda Nikoloff, who is in our control room bringing us tonight's game. Rustlers will travel right to left as we get this one started. And as Coach said, it's going to be rebounding, and it comes down to battling against this gal right here as she comes out of the huddle, and that is Lila Spring. And she's having her pick right now, basically, of what is the D1 selection. I know CSU, Nevada, Fresno State, a lot of teams on the eastern U.S. I asked about Wyoming. Coach Ayana said not much interest from Wyoming. Of course, you've got the Fertig gal there and others, and another year yet for her, so you don't know how she fits in. And she's from Australia, and she said maybe a warmer climate. So I said somewhere with palm trees, but Lila Spring will definitely be a force that CWC will have to reckon with here tonight. Coach mentioned rebounding, but I think it's also going to be a lot of taking care of the basketball, as I believe they're going to get pressed. And that's the MO. You're going to see the press if you're CWC tonight.
I also thought they need to get rid of some bad habits that suddenly cropped up in their last couple of games. You know, that the unforced turnovers. You know, turnovers are going to happen, but the ones that are unforced, unforced also means unforgivable in a way.
Spring, Tuelu, Pineda, Lovelock, and Garrido Lamas, the 5 on the court for LCCC, dressed in their road black uniforms as opposed to a darker blue, and they've got white numbers and gold trim. We'll see a black and yellow team tomorrow as well.
Aren't their colors navy and gold, actually?
Yeah, and coming out with black.
It could be midnight blue or something.
It could be, perhaps. But Ball and Rodriguez, Walker, Vergara, and Sawyer on the court. Central will get first opportunity as Vergara controls the tap from Sawyer. Man-to-man defense employed by the Golden Eagles. And then starting it off with a triple right away is Sawyer. Comes up empty, but an offensive rebound by S.B. Vergara as Spring was playing way off of Sawyer daring her to shoot that, and she did. Rodriguez back to Vergara. She'll fire a triple. That's on the way. Too strong. And Central goes 0-2, and the rebound by Pinedo. And here comes LCCC on the attack. Pineda almost had it knocked out of her hands.
CWC in a 1-3-1 zone as we start play.
Going to throw it away as it goes off the fingertips of Tuelu. No, they're going to recount and say that it was last touched by Central. So shot clock stays at 16. I was just about to impart that Central coming out in a 1-3-1 zone looks like here as Tervort at the top of it.
1-2-2, actually.
Go baseline. Spring goes cross court. Garrido Lamas high arcing triple. Almost an air ball. As it is, it goes off the leg of Natalia Ballin out of bounds, and it will stay LCCC basketball. We've played nearly a minute on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Scoreless. Spring double teamed on the inbound. Goes corner, and she was on the end line. Oh. I'm going to call a foul. Wow. Vergara holding her hands out. It was obviously
been away from the ball somehow because it seemed like
definitely away from the basketball. I thought they were going to get Garrido Lamas for being out of bounds.
But where he was staring, so it's kind of interesting.
Personal foul 1 on Central. Shot clock at 10.
Interesting. LCCC is going to make a substitution already, it looks like.
Tuelu, baseline, high dribble, runs in and it gets slapped. Oh, they'll call over a travel first. Wow, you can hear the slap clear up here, but they'll call the walk ahead of that. And here comes the Torrington product, Maddie Jones, into the ball game. Going to step in for Tyra Lovelock. Where the hoop mic picked up the slap pretty blatantly, but the travel is turnover number 1 on LCCC. So both teams got 2 opportunities on their first try here in the first minute and a half of the ball game, and both come up empty. Sawyer going to step into another 3 and drain it. Emily Sawyer 1 for 2 on the day from the arc, and it's a 3-0 Central advantage.
Yeah, and not typically her office.
She has shot and made a couple of threes on the season. Jones, high post to Pinedo, flips it outside Tuelu. Quick hands by Tervort, knocks it away, taken away by the Rustlers. 2-on-1 Vergara, pump goes left, goes right, and she'll miss, and the rebound is picked out of the air by Lila Spring. Vergara getting up late, coming back down as Rodriguez goes down, and scoring is Tuelu. Good transition bucket after the missed ball there by CWC. And Tiffany Tervort got the start tonight in place of Katie Walker as Katie's about ready to check in. Nice backdoor, lay it up and in. Great dish by Rodriguez to Tiffany Tervort, and Central with the bucket. Nice pass at the top. 7:20 left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 5-2 Central out in front. They are in a 1-3-1. Tervort's kind of wreaked havoc at the top of that 1-3-1 as well. Garrido Lamas penetrates, goes to the low block, throws it away. As sticking her hand in there was Rodriguez to knock it away. 3 turnovers already in the first 3 minutes on LCCC.
A lot of hand activity by CWC here in the early going.
Central, knock on wood, yet to commit a turnover. Rodriguez to Sawyer. Will she pull the trigger on another one? She will. Let it fly. Yeah, why not? Back-to-back triples by Emily Sawyer.
That's a man-to-man / person-to-person defense being employed by LCCC here in the early going.
Underneath, they'll try to go to Spring. It's out of her control, out of bounds. Turnover number 4.
It just looked uncomfortable right now.
Walker will check in for Rodriguez. Cazelle Mendoza, the lone sophomore, will check in for Ballin. Full court pressure coming now. 4 turnovers on LCCC in the first 3.5 minutes of the ball game. Mendoza, again the lone sophomore with 8 other freshmen on the court. Vergara, right side 17, nothing but net on that one. Central, 10-2 advantage, 8-point lead, their largest. Baseline Spring, she's kind of been a non-factor as of right now. She's going to go to the line, though, and shoot as they go to the low block and get it to her this time. And it's going to be on Emily Sawyer, which will be her first personal foul.
And that's a player they definitely cannot afford to get into foul trouble against this type of a team.
Sawyer has hit 3 other three-pointers on the season. She's 2 of 3 in this one here tonight, as Spring's first free throw is on the way and is good. LCCC, 63% free throw shooters. Spring right at that average at 64, gets both. And Latai Charles will check in for Central. Mendoza out of Saxby, Texas is in. Latai Charles coming in from Mesa, Arizona.
I was surprised to see Sawyer come out, though, just because she's been their offense so far. I realize she has the 1 foul.
Walker, right side, triple on the way, rims out. Charles had a piece of it, and it's going to be taken away by Tyra Lovelock, who has come back into the ball game for LCCC, and a steal by Tervord. She'll go the distance, put it up, and score it.
Well, that was great speed by her because she was beating the defense down, which didn't have the ball. Well, she did have the ball.
Quick timeout by Ayanna McWilliams as Central is rolled out to an 8-point advantage. It's 12-4 CWC, a full timeout for LCCC. Central 5 of 9 shooting, 2 of 5 from the arc. On the other side, LCCC, by my count, has only taken 3 shots in the contest.
But they have turned it over a number of times, and that is why.
Yeah, 5 turnovers. Actually, only 1 time. The other one was a foul that 1 for 2. The other one was a foul that didn't go against the Ledger. So very interesting as of the start right now. Very quick start for CWC, as they are, like I mentioned, 2 out of 5 from the arc right now. They're 5 of 9 from the field. Blanche and Lila on the LCCC team have both had 20 rebound games. Lila Spring is the all-time leader in blocks at LCCC. She's 24 rebounds away from breaking the school record. Both the coach and Caleb Bergraff told me that yesterday. Caleb, their sports information at LCCC. Appreciate the intel he provided, and tip of the cap to him and thank him for being on the Region 9 media trail. 12-4 Central out of the timeout. LCCC with the basketball, and Garrido Lamas just lost it. And then bounces the ball about 8-10 feet high afterwards. She's going to come out, and we're going to see Kelly McGowan come into the ball game.
I was talking about unforced turnovers on our side. That was definitely an unforced turnover.
McGowan is
on that side.
6-foot freshman, but she can light the triple as well. Number 1 three-point shooter in Las Vegas a year ago as a senior. As Tervort's going to run down the lane, partially blocked by Spring, who is a shot blocker. Ball is knocked away from Tuelu and taken away by Central on the 7th turnover in the first quarter by LCCC. To my calculation, Central doesn't have a turnover as of yet. 5 minutes left, first quarter, Fremont Chevy's scoreboard. Also, Maria Markovic is into the ball game for LCCC. Vergara tried to get a pick from Tervort. She got pushed out of the way, hunks it up in the air, and Tervort fouled from behind with a shot clock at 5. And the foul, I believe, is going to be on McGowan, and it is her first. And I think we'll get our media timeout unless they use the LCCC as the media timeout at the 4:57 mark. 3 new rustlers in, as it's going to be Marin Baker in. Sawyer and Rodriguez have checked back in. Mendoza, three-point shooter in her own right. Gives it up Baker. She can shoot the three. Rodriguez steps back. Long deuce on the way, and Spring will get the rebound. Second board of the night for the 6'1" Australian as that ball gets knocked into the backcourt. Good quick hands. It's been everywhere for Central tonight. McGowan is a three-point shooter. She doesn't pull the trigger on that one, however. Markovich, 15-foot, top of the key, no good. Spring the rebound. She's knocked to the floor hard on her third board of the night, and she'll go shoot her third and fourth free throws of the night. I believe Katie Walker the foul. I'm going to go with Sawyer. Second personal on Emily.
And that was something I at least mentioned earlier, that foul trouble with her could be problematic.
Yeah, if in fact she gets in foul trouble, definitely could, as Spring will get her third in a free throw in a row.
Keeping her in right now.
Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. 4 for 4. Has 4 of her team's 6. 12-6. Central the lead. Have had an 8-point lead a couple of different times. Walker to Rodriguez. Ari lob down low to Sawyer. Sawyer finds herself in a double team. Spring's going to get the rebound on the shot too strong. 4 rebounds, 4 points for Spring. Twailu will take it the distance, lay it up and in. Maybe possibly settling in a little bit more on offense now, the LCCC Golden Eagles.
I'll say CWC has handled this press very well so far, however.
4-0 since the timeout for LCCC. Rodriguez to Mendoza. McGowan on her in front of the LCCC bench. Right side, outside, Sawyer. Cross-court pass over everybody, out of bounds. First Central turnover by my count at the 3:41 mark of the first quarter. They are taking care of the basketball here in the first quarter.
Saw Mendoza in the hallways a couple days ago. It was kind of hobbling, I noticed, when I saw her.
Right side, Twailu throws it down low to Spring. Got position. Sawyer dangerously close to her third personal foul.
And I think it might have been.
And Spring will get the miss, the rebound, and the putback. Baron Baker in trouble and just gets swatted out of there by Spring. Another block by Lila Spring. She's got 2 or 3 of those tonight. Walker, Mendoza, and Baker out. Ballin, Tervort, and Vergara back in. So you're starting 5 back in for the black and orange. Inbound, Ballin gets it back, throws up the triple, and Sawyer might have got another foul on that one, as she kind of was over the back of Spring. And a foul from behind on Tervort as they throw the ball down low to Markovich. And Tiffany will pick up her first. Well, I think Emily has been lucky a couple of each time down the floor the last
on opposite ends
trip. Spring takes it on the outside right side. Directs traffic. McGowan, three-point shooter. Got to get on her. She'll fire it up. And missed the 3, but the rebound by Spring, and ending up with it is Twailu, who will put it in, and it's an 8-0 run since the LCCC timeout that has tied us at 12, and that'll get a timeout out of head coach Westmoreland. Rustler 500 comes your way Friday, April 25th at 6 o'clock at Rustler Gymnasium. It is the CWC Athletic Fundraiser. $15,000 in awarded prize money. It's a reverse raffle, means the winner of the last ticket drawn will get $10,000. It's a night of fun, food, and prizes for the CWC athletes and coaches. Find more information on Rustler Athletics on Facebook and soon on the RustlerAthletics.com Facebook page.
What year is that of this, by the way?
6th, I believe.
That's what I was going to guess, but that was only going to be a guess.
After the bucket by Twailu, it's 12-12. And I thought Coach wanted just a 30-second timeout, but I think they awarded him a full timeout because here comes LCCC now, and there's still 13 seconds on the timeout clock. 2:50 and counting first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Vergara up ahead, Ballin. Tal puts it on the floor, stops baseline, lobs it to Sawyer. In traffic, puts it up. No good. Sawyer's going to knock it out of bounds. And she's not playing like she has 2 fouls because
playing with abandon.
You kind of went in a little wild at that one as well. and knocked it out of bounds. I mean, you like the hustle, but at the same time, that third foul, and I don't know if we see her again until the third quarter.
Yeah, I'd get it into spring, but that's probably something they're going to do anyhow,
Yeah.
LCCC.
It's kind of the MO each time down the court. 2:30 left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, tied at 12s. Central's biggest lead has been 8 a couple of different times. LCCC has not led in this ball game.
Famous last words.
Their attempt this time can change that this time down the floor. Lovelock, 12 on the shot clock. Pinedo, left side Twelu. She'll go in position, scoot it underneath. Shot is up and good by Pinedo, and the lead to LCCC. A 10-0 run since the timeout of the 5-minute mark called by Coach McWilliams.
Twelu's been as impressive really as spring and as far as traversing the court as she has.
Rodriguez partially blocked by Spring, taken away by Spring. Underneath, Twelu gets free. Nice pass from McGowan, and Twelu knocks it in.
And now that run is 12 points.
16-12 after they were down 12-4. And Coach McWilliams called the timeout, and they have righted the ship and then some. 90 seconds left to play quarter number 1 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 16-12 LCCC. Twelu almost knocks it away on the near side hash, but it will stay Central ball with 15 on the shot clock. At that point, Central was 5 of 9, if you remember. They have missed their last 7 shots in a row. Sawyer, another triple on the way. Too hard, missed the rim. Shot clock did reset, though, but I don't think it should have. Ballin got the rebound, but that shot missed the rim. So shot clock, I think, should be at about, they're going to put it at 6 seconds. Yeah, that's a good catch by the official. So 6 on the shot clock after that.
It actually helps
shot.
CWC in a weird way, though, because now they can set something up.
Vergara working through picks. Shot clock violation will be the second timeout turnover of the Rustlers. Coach McWilliams likes it, as she will talk to one of her players coming into the contest. That is Tamara Smith-White coming in for LCCC. She is out of Barking Abbey from Luton, England.
There's something we've not seen uniform-wise is this team actually has their names on the back of their jerseys, which I don't recall seeing that very often.
Lovelock is an over and back situation as she stepped into the front court. No, offensive foul, on Pinedo. I think maybe you could have went either way on that one as Lovelock had kind of come into the front court and went back. 8 turnovers now for LCCC. And yeah, now that you mention it, I do see their names on the back of their jerseys.
How often do you see that?
Not a lot at the JC level with turnover and the short life of a 2-year player. Sawyer fires up another 3. That one's off the back of the iron, and Twelu will get the rebound. She'll lose it, though. Vergara hoists a triple. That's no good. And this rebound coming down to Pineda. And here they come the other way. 9 turnovers on LCCC, by the way. Nice dish underneath. Pineda lays it up and in. That was a great pass from Tamara Smith-White. And the run continues. A 14-0 run since the 5-minute mark when Coach Williams called the timeout.
And now they're doing it with Spring on the bench as well.
Yeah, that's kind of house money right there when you're doing that with Spring on the bench. Shot clock is expired. Game clock is at 10. Vergara runs past a double team, runs down the lane, falls down. Twelu the rebound. Boy, Central has gone ice cold in that run. 3-pointer on the way, no good at the buzzer. Central missed their last 13 shots of the first quarter after building a 12-4 lead. And they trail by 6 as we go to the second on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
It said a lot of the shots were clankers as well.
18-12 LCCC on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this from Riverton and Central Wyoming College on Rustler Radio.
A big win sponsor of the Rustler Athletic Booster Club is Health Source Chiropractic of Riverton, restoring health through the relentless pursuit of exceptional care. They offer chiropractic care and exercise therapy for everyone. Services include spinal decompression for degenerative or bulging discs without surgery and custom orthotics. They also have health products and nutritional supplements. See them at 910 North 8th West in Riverton or online at healthsourcechiro.com/Riverton.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter's Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
LCCC is in the middle of a 14-0 run since a timeout about midway through the first quarter. They lead 18-12 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. LCCC 7 of 12 from the field, 58%. They have not hit a 3 as of yet. They're 0 for 3. Spring does have 4 of 4 for free throw shooting. Central 5 of 20 from the field, 2 of 9. They were 5 of 9. They missed their last 11 shots of the quarter. As I misspoke there, they missed their last 11. As Maddie Jones into the game, she'll have it deep left side corner. Triple on the way. Their first of the night comes from the Torrington product. As LCCC had the ball to begin, and now it's a 17-0 LCCC run since the midpoint of the first quarter. Vergara hands it to Rodriguez. She'll dribble it off her leg. Turnover number 3. McGowan going to take it herself, put it up, and a offensive foul on McGowan is called. Boy, could have went either way on that one. McGowan will pick up her second personal foul. Tiff Trevort stepped in front of it. Good job by her. And here our hoop mic picking up conversation. So the turnover back to the Rustlers. They have not scored in almost a little over 6 minutes of play right now. Rodriguez shake and bake, lost it herself and double dribbles with it. And that'll be turnover number 4. Central had built a 12-4 lead partially on the three-point shooting by Emily Sawyer. She has since missed her last 2, and unfortunately not real close either, as the one didn't even reset the shot clock. But Central's going to have to figure out either different outside shooting or get that ball down low. Nice twist move underneath by Tamara Smith-White as she gets free on Sawyer. And it's a 19-0 run. 8.5 left to play first half. Trevort at the logo. Puts it on the floor. Tries to shovel it down low to Sawyer. Poked out of there by Marcela Pinedo. Here comes Ballin and Mendoza back in for Central.
Trying to think what the biggest run I've ever seen. I think I saw Sheridan put 26 in a row against the Riverton girls some years ago, and that might have been the biggest I've seen.
There might have been some big ones in those eras of Sawyer underneath, turns, shot rolls out, Twelu the rebound. That was much better offensive, I guess, look they got with Sawyer down low in her wheelhouse, but didn't go in. Jessica Bach is into the ball game, and we're going to get a foul as they turn it over. And the foul's going to come on Jessica Bach. And that will be her first personal. Jessica, also from London, England. 5'4" freshman.
They can put an all British Isles type of team out here, or British territories team, I guess, between Australia and England.
8 minutes left to play. Ballin to end the drought. Yes. First basket in almost 8 minutes of basketball for Central. Stops the bleeding momentarily. Baseline just inside the 50 arc is Smith-White, no good. And a rebound pulled in by Katie Walker. Vergara puts it back to the basket at the 15-foot line. Scoots it back out to Walker. Ball was tipped. She'll go get it at the midcourt circle.
That came awfully close to dribbling on that line.
Vergara, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Katie Walker, setting the pick. First personal, turnover number 5 on Central as Vergara took the pick. SB Vergara, pre-med student, wants to be a harder trauma surgeon. Was a high school drummer in her high school band. Twelu drives, throws it away. As good job by Vergara to get in there, and Sawyer ends up with it. Vergara, the one that sparked the takeaway. Backdoor ball and underneath, reverse layup does not go. She'll get her own rebound, though. Up top, Vergara. Espy's triple is no good, and then a foul is going to be called on Tuelu, going over the back of the smallest player on the floor, Crizel Mendoza, who goes to get the rebound.
One of those deals where the three-pointer helps you get the rebound because it comes farther away because inside position was held by LCCC.
Nice move, Vergara, as she'll get free on the baseline and score off the inbound. It's a 6-point game, 23-17. LCCC's largest lead was 11 after they went on that 19-point run. Top of the key, Boksh won't fire it up. Pineda, right side. Jones. Central has switched up the zone. It looks like now 2-3. Boksh for 3 on the other side, no good, and Sawyer will get the rebound. In fact, both teams have kind of settled in maybe now a little bit. Vergara, nice dish, takes it to the racket, scores it and one. Great pass. And then Vergara will go to the line, and the foul is going to be whistled on Pineda. And that will be her first personal. At the 6:14 mark, Central back within 4, and 4 new Rustlers.
That's
coming
as many as we can put in.
Yeah, with a free throw shooter. Give the assist to Crizel Mendoza, who found Espy, and then Espy did the rest herself. And spoke out of turn. Pinedo has 2 personal fouls. Vergara to the line. Free throw is good. It's a 1-possession game. Central has outscored LCCC 6-5 in this second stanza on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Baker, Charles, Tervort, Mendoza, and Rodriguez, the 5 on the court for the Rustlers. Tuelu, baseline, Pineda, short corner, flips it back out to Lovelock. Spring is on the bench, but coming in next, dead ball. Turnaround, Pineda, no good. Rebound by Tamara Smith-White. She's fouled and will go shoot free throws. And that's going to be foul number 2 this quarter on the Rustlers as it goes against Latai Charles, her first.
Spring will bounce back into the lineup, by the way.
Good use of words, and you hear the nylon by Smith-White. Snapping, 24-20. Dead even here in the second quarter. But a 19-0 run by LCCC put them up by 11 at one point. Second one is good as well. 25-18 LCCC on that Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 5:52 left to play first half. Mendoza to Baker. Right side, Tervort, wide open triple. Goes off. Charles had it. I think that might have went off of Latai, but there was some contact in there, and that ended up going Central's way. Inbound to Charles. Latai back up top. Baker way outside. Crosses it to Tervort. Pump fake. Takes 2 steps. Throws it away. And that will be a turnover. As the first person that touches it is the coach. And that's never a good thing when you commit the turnover.
Yeah, probably not the most pleasing thing for the coach to have to retrieve that ball.
Exactly. 18th meeting between these two teams. It's 14-3 LCCC, and that is modern day. And LCCC brought back basketball after Central did, and Central won the first 2, and then LCCC won like 15 or 14 in a row as that triple misses. But Spring will get the rebound, works her way in, and scores. 9 rebounds, 8 points already for Lila Spring. She also has a smattering of blocks. At least 3 that unofficial tally that I have her for.
On top of that, I noticed that she handles the ball pretty well as well.
Charles lost the handle on it, gathers it back. Shot clock at 10, throws it away. Turnover number 7. Here comes Smith-White with it. Left-hand scoop. Nice play as she goes to the left-hand scoop.
A nice play because she dribbled down court with the right hand and then reverses it left at the end.
Quick 5 points by LCCC. Baker, 3-pointer, good. Marin Baker, left side angle, knocks it down. 4.5 left, much needed bucket as LCCC had punched it back up to an 11-point advantage. Lovelock thought about a 3, does not. Garrido Lamas. Down low to Spring, working on Charles, flips it back up. Lovelock back over to Garrido Lamas. Ball knocked out of there, but Garrido Lamas going to let it go out of bounds. It's going to stay LCCC basketball.
Well, she had the moment there to think about who had touched it last, because she was first going to pursue it, then says, no, I think they touched it last and backed off.
Sawyer, Ball, and Vergara back in. We've got the media timeout at the 4:11 mark of the first half. LCCC 29, Central 23. We'll be back after this break. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Myers Gambles is a proud supporter of Rustler Sports Broadcasts. They're located in downtown Lander at 420 Main Street, offering furniture, mattresses, appliances, home office, kitchen, and more. They feature brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Jenn-Air. Turn around, shop in town. More details can be found online at landergambles.com.
Gales Carpet Floor and Home in Riverton and Altitude Interiors of Lander is proud to support Central Wyoming College athletic broadcasts, offering vinyl, hardwood, tile, and laminate flooring. All can be found online at galescarpet1riverton.com and altitudeinteriors.net.
The Rustler 500. Your chance to win part of $15,000 in prize money while helping CWC athletes.
The winner will get $10,000.
Check out more at rustlerathletics.com.
Shot clock is at 9. LCCC's possession after the ball went out of bounds. Twelu finds McGowan, who's checked back in. Thought about a three, but Charles is there. 4 seconds and a travel on McGowan. And this is an odd stat. 13 turnovers in the first half right now by LCCC, a team that doesn't, they turn it over 20 times a game, and they've got 13 in the first 14 minutes of the ball game. And yet they still maintain right now a 6-point advantage, or excuse me, an 8-point advantage. It's a 6-point advantage, 29-23. Driving, Charles, blocked by Lila Spring. Lila, at least 4, maybe 5 now, as you see the LCCC bench like that one. Ballin inbounds it, give it to Vergara. That was the play they scored on a moment ago, but they'll turn it over. McGowan ends up with it and gets pushed to the floor, and that'll be a foul on Central. And it's going to be on Tal Ballin. First personal on Tal. Third team foul on the Rustlers this quarter. Lander taking on Mountain View in girls basketball. This is the only game in Region 9 play tonight, by the way. After
odd for a Friday.
Yeah, Western and Gillette played last night, or Northwest and Eastern played. As there you hear McGowan snap nylon on that one from the left side angle. 31-23, 8-point advantage. Vergara, hounded by Lovelock, gives it out to Rodriguez at the hash mark. 3:20 left, first quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. A little give and go, and Sawyer traveled with it. 2 out of 3 officials were already giving the signal on that one, and the third one pointed at the other officials. So Emily ran out of real estate in there. Charles is out. Tervort, Sawyer, Rodriguez, Ballin, and Vergara for Central and White. Lovelock, Smith, White, Twelu, Spring, and McGowan. The 5 dressed in black for LCCC. Smith, White, baseline. She travels with it. And that'll be turnover number 14.
Coach Trevor doing quite a job hounding the top of the key in that zone defense right now.
Trevor, she put on her bio when I sent out the questionnaire. She said, my wingspan is taller than my height, and that's definitely helping her on that defensive end.
She's also very quick.
Yes, very athletic. Both her parents were BYU track athletes. Unfortunately, she takes a bad pass and ends up turning it over on that possession. Sister did gymnastics at Southern Utah as well. Spring, baseline. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass. They're going to miss twice, and Sawyer comes out of the pack with it. Emily, unofficially, that is Emily's first rebound of the night. Is that correct? That ball knocked out of bounds. I have 1 on there. I might have missed 1 or 2, as I like to multitask from the broadcast position. 2:16 left in the first half. 31-23. LCCC with the lead. Central with the basketball. Vergara looking to trigger it in. Bounces it to Trevort. Tiff. Bounce it down low. Spring kicked it to try to steal it. She got it, but the kick puts the shot clock back to 20.
Well, soccer big in Australia.
Yeah. Vergara will...
That was weird flying into Australia and seeing all these fields down below, and they're cricket and soccer fields, not baseball nor football.
Central gets a foul on Rodriguez, setting a pick on the inbound play, and they'll turn it over for the 11th time. Central averages 18 turnovers a game. Both teams well on pace to be above their average in turnovers tonight, unfortunately. 2 minutes left to play first half. Tuelu, nice move up the lane, lay it up and put it off glass and score it.
Nobody took her, as she came down the lane.
10 points for Blanche Tuelu. She is the first of the night in double figures for either team. Vergara down low to Sawyer, and they'll call a foul from behind on Smith-White as Tamra will get the foul. There you see Ayanna McWilliams talking to the official. If you're watching on RustlerAthletics.com, which we greatly appreciate those of you that do it. Free throw by Sawyer, good. Central as a team, 66% free throw shooters. Sawyer raises that average at 67. Second one on the way, no good. And the rebound goes right into the hands of Cal Ball, and she'll turn around for 18, miss it. Sawyer the rebound, put it up, no good. Smith-White gets it, and then a foul is called. And then some people take an exception down there.
I think that's Sawyer's third foul there.
Yeah, I believe so. And those are little moments, 97 seconds left. Now the officials are conferring on the left end about something.
Yeah, I think they're going to say was there unnecessary force type of thing, but I don't believe there was. I think it just came into play.
There is no replay in junior college basketball, but we have talked with...
There's discussion.
There is discussion about that. And I don't believe they went against Sawyer. Oh, yeah, they did. They did go against Emily. That'll be her third. And Tamara Smith-White will go to the line. And that free throw is no good as it bounced around. But you point at different times and different things. It's a 9-point game, LCCC right now with 97 seconds left in the first half. Sawyer is out, by the way, as she has come out. But will that, I guess, put some motivation and LCCC to put this, keep it past double digits, and that ball's thrown away. Not sure where Rodriguez was going with that one, and it's taken away by Lovelock. 80 seconds left to play. Right side wide open. McGowan can't leave her open, and she knocks down the triple. Just like that is the largest lead of the night for the Golden Eagles with 70 seconds left to play in the half.
That was just about a 6-point lead not very long ago.
LCCC has outscored Central 19-12 in this quarter after outscoring them 18-12 in the first quarter. Minute left to play in the first half. Nice give and go, but a better play by McGowan. And then a foul is going to be called on Ballin as McGowan was falling down. Boy, that's a tough one. I think McGowan had the steal, but as she was falling down into Ballin, and they call Towel for the foul. And that'll be her second. And that is bonus time, as it is the 6th team foul for Central, and McGowan will go to the line. She has 5 points off the bench for LCCC. Under 60 to play in the first half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. McGowan, free throw is no good.
I know they've talked about building a new gym at LCCC, but I don't know if anything's come of that at all.
I think it's nearing completion, actually. This will be the last year they play at Story Gym, from what I understand, as they had that put on hold because of the whole COVID thing, and I think the last 2 years they've been working on it, and they'll be back in their friendly confines of the LCCC campus gym next year, if I'm not mistaken. 15 on the shot clock. Rodriguez triple off the mark. Spring the rebound. She's been relatively quiet in this quarter. McGowan can't leave her open. Did I mention that a minute ago?
You might want to mention it again.
Knocks down another one, and it's a 17-point game. And now more possibly added on the steal by Spring. She's going to be fouled by Vergara. That's number 2 on Espy, and it will send Lila Spring back to the free throw line. Boyd, I just mentioned it a minute ago. It was a 9-point game when the hard foul and the whole disagreement erupted, and now it's a 17-point game since that mark at the 127.
You're sort of hanging around, and now you're on the verge of a 20-point deficit.
Spring will swish the first. Working on a double-double in the first half. I've got her at 10 rebounds, 9 points. A smattering of blocks, 6-ish, roughly. Gets him handed official, unofficial stats as I got her for the double-double in the first half. Spring, 10 points, 10 rebounds with 20 seconds left and a 19-point LCCC lead. As it's a 10-0 run in the last 90 seconds of the half.
You also look at a 39-12 sort of since that early lead.
Ball and low block, left it short. Rebound by Smith-White. 3 seconds. Lovelock to Spring. Long triple at the buzzer. Almost banks in, but does not. And we have played one half of basketball from Riverton and Central Wyoming College. LCCC putting up 25 in that second stanza, outscoring the Rustlers 25-12, and they did so by outscoring them by 10 in the last 127 of the first half, and have put themselves out in front 43-24 at the intermission. That's on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. It's time for your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Wydot. Reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. Your Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Coming up next, we'll give you stats and more and preview the men's game as well, as it's the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. 43-24, LCCC out in front at the break. Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show is next.
The Wind River Casino has something for everyone when it comes to dining, and they're a great supporter of Rustler Radio. The Red Willow Steak and Seafood is open Thursday through Sunday from 4 to 9 p.m. The Buffalo Sportsbook Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Menus and more information can be found at windriverhotelcasino.com.
Support of Rustler Athletics comes from Sutherland's on North Federal Boulevard in Riverton. Whether you have a minor repair or a large project, take advantage of Sutherland's many rewards. Sign up for our emails and monthly gifts. Save even more with the Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus consumer credit card. Apply online or see a store associate for complete details. You can order online for in-store or curbside pickup at Sutherlands.com. Sutherland's of Riverton, helping you build it better since 1917.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is helping in the battle with COVID-19. This month, they are focusing on 2 crucial aspects of this battle: COVID-19 testing and vaccination. Wind River Cares is offering free COVID-19 testing kits and strongly urge you to get vaccinated. You can call 856-9281 to obtain a free testing kit or inquire about vaccination. Together, you'll reduce the virus's spread and keep our community safe. Your health matters, so prioritize safety, stay informed, and work towards a healthier, COVID-free future. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare, your partner in this fight against COVID-19.
Rustler Radio is supported by Altitude Interiors by Gales and Lander. Altitude Interiors offers a wide range of flooring options, including carpet, laminates, luxury vinyl plank, and more. Additionally, they provide walk-in showers and custom rug binding services to match your specific size and material preferences. Installation services are available, and financing options can be discussed. Learn more about Altitude Interiors by visiting altitudeinteriors.net.
Heard around the world on the Rustler Radio app. This is KCWC FM, Riverton.
43-24. This is the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Wydot. 43-24. LCCC out in front of Central. Again, it was 18-12 at the end of the first. A 25-12 second quarter by LCCC, putting them out in front by 19. And I pointed at, not that I'm like the prognosticator or anything, or
you're not the great mystic,
the soother of say, as the great mystic one Joel Kindle is, but at 127, there was that hard foul, and it's like, okay, this is possibly the danger zone here. It ends up being a 10-0 run by LCCC to put them up 19 in the last 127 of the first half.
I think more importantly, you said they couldn't leave the one player open, and a couple times in a row that burnt them.
Yeah, McGowan hits a couple of triples in that. Taking a look at the leading scorers for this one, LCCC has spread it around. Tuelu has 10, Spring has 10, Tamara Smith-White has 7, Pinedo has 4, 9 for Kelly McGowan on 2 3-pointers. She also has a field goal and a free throw. And Maddie Jones knocked down a triple in there as well. Coach said rebounding, and by my unofficial count, I have it at 23-10 in favor of LCCC. The official stats, quote-unquote official stats handed to me, have the rebounding at 20-11.
I think Taylor is a very impressive player as well as Spring. I mean, she averages 8.6 rebounds a game out of the guard position, in fact.
Yeah, Tuelu is kind of the 1-2 punch with her and Spring in this ball game, as well as she has done a lot of good things. Like I said, she had a 20-point rebound at one point earlier in the season as well. I had Spring with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, and I got to say, I say unofficial, official stats, because this is what they'll go by, but they have her at 3 blocks, and she has at least 5 or 6 by my tally in this ball game right now, does Lila Spring. And I don't know if the coaches will go back and restat and do things or something like that, but Spring with a double-double already, along with 3 assists in the ball game as well. And she only played 14 minutes. There was a good chunk of change that she was out when the rest of her team was taking care of business.
And they were without her out there, actually, so...
Central leading scorer right now, Emily Sawyer, has 7, and 6 of that has come from behind the arc for your post player.
And also came in about the first 3 minutes.
3 rebounds in the first half for her. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Espy Vergara, the Rustlers' leading scorer, right now has 5. 4 points for Tiff Tervort, 3 for Tal Ballin. Maren Breaker has a triple off the bench as well. Leading rebounder for the Rustlers with their 12 is Ballin and Sawyer, each with 3 rebounds. And when Tal Ballin is leading your rebounding, and I don't mean this as any disrespect towards Tal whatsoever, but you need some other rebounding out of the 4s and the 5s of your game.
Well, that's the thing. The coach talked about it. You and I both talked about it at the start of this game, or before the game, actually, about the rebounding battle being key.
Central had a lead as we put this into perspective. Central led 12-4 at a little over 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and they have been outscored 39-12 since that juncture. And it's been...
That's not a winning recipe.
No, it's a LCCC freight train that is running over the Rustlers as of right now. 43-24 our score. Central first half shooting, 9 of 31, 4 of 14 from the arc. And if you look at that, too, they were 5 of 11 at one point, and so they've hit 4 of their last 20 shots, have the Rustlers in this contest. 2 out of 3 from the free throw line, 67%. On the other side, LCCC shooting the ball very well, 15 of 27, 56%, 3 of 9 from the arc, and they have hit 10 free throws. 10 of their 12 free throws have gone down for LCCC, and helped out greatly by Lila Spring, who's a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line here in the first half. This is your YDOT Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. 43-24. Central will have the basketball when the second half begins. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the men's game coming up after this. This is Rustler basketball. LCCC out in front, 43-24. More basketball from Rustler Media after this.
Rustler Radio is sponsored in part by the Wind River Hotel and Casino. The Buffalo Coffee Shop proudly serves Starbucks. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., serving Starbucks coffee and beverages. The casino also has pastry items baked in-house by the casino's very own baker. The Buffalo Coffee Shop, open daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. More information can be found at windriverhotelcasino.com.
At Fremont Chevy in Riverton, being in the community isn't just how we do business, it's our way of life. We think of our team, our customers, and our local community as one big family. For us, being community partners is more than just a source of great pride. It gives us a deep sense of responsibility. We are excited to bring you the scoreboard for Rustler Athletics on Rustler Media. See Fremont Chevy online and at North Federal Boulevard in Riverton.
If you're out on the road and the weather is getting bad, do you wonder what the road ahead holds for you? Download WYDOT's 511 app for Android and iOS to get the best real-time updates when traveling. Winter can bring unpredictable and potentially hazardous weather conditions, so be prepared with WYDOT's 511 app. Download it today at wildroad.info.
Back at the intermission on the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, 43-24 in favor of LCCC. Like I mentioned, Central will have the ball when the second half begins. Men's game will be coming your way at the conclusion of the women's game, and it'll be the 30th meeting in modern day between LCCC and CWC. LCCC has a 16-13 lead. They had won 4 in a row before Central won last year, 78-65, to stop the 4 in a row by LCCC. Central's win at Casper stopped a 6-game win streak for the Casper College Thunderbirds against the Central men. So looking to stop the 3-point streaks, if you will. Not the 3-point streaks, but the losing streaks for the teams, if you will. And very close records there. LCCC 11-9 under head coach Dwayne Salisbury. Central 10-10 under head coach Brad Schmidt in his 6th season at CWC. And it's a crucial 3-game stretch for the Central men right now because they have 2 home games. And
yeah, you got to protect your home court.
You throw
and
out,
pick up a 1 or 2 on the road.
Yeah, you throw out the words winnable games that maybe you're favored in. Is Central favored over LCCC? Yes, but you still got to go out and play.
I think they're very winnable.
And then I think against Eastern Wyoming College, same thing. Northwest crushed them last night at Northwest. Maybe not a great road team, winnable game. Then they go to Northwest. Northwest playing well at home, but on paper, winnable game. Then the next game you have is here at home Saturday of next week against the Gillette Pronghorns, who are leading the conference. So I think these are 3 pivotal, huge games for Central to take care of business on the men's side.
Speaking of Northwest, I think that is one of the bigger home court advantages in Region 9 North, I think, at Powell.
It's also funny how, I don't know if it's funny, but their court is Ken Rocklett's court. And Ken Rocklitz has put his stamp on a lot of places in Wyoming, at Western Wyoming, I think at Casper a little bit as well, and then the stint at Northwest, and the court's named after him up there. But Central home tomorrow against Eastern Wyoming, then on the road Tuesday at Ken Rocklett's court, and taking on the Northwest Trappers, and then back on the home floor a week from tomorrow, hosting the Gillette Pronghorns here at Rustler Gymnasium. Check out more at rustlerathletics.com. CWC men's basketball team will be conducting a basketball camp next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It'll be for boys and girls kindergarten through 8th grade. rustlerathletics.com for details, or the men's basketball Facebook page, or you can check it out at our recreation for that camp as well. Central basketball, when we come back, it's LCCC 43. It is the Central Women 24. This has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, brought to you by WYDOT.
This has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Thanks to WYDOT, who reminds you to buckle up every trip, every time. The second half is next from Rustler Media.
County10.com supports this Rustler Radio broadcast. At County 10, their mission is to connect the communities that make up Fremont County. Whether you're looking for updated community news, the local events calendar, up-to-date job listings, the details about new businesses in town, the Student of the Week spotlight, or just want to watch local athletic events, County10.com is working to keep Fremont County communities connected.
All right, Pepsi-loving football fans, it's time we had a lesson in trash talk. You heard that right, trash talk. And I'm not talking about that stuff that happens on the field. What I'm talking about is trash, like literal trash. And it's the only thing that belongs in your garbage can. No, recycling might not be as thrilling as converting a 4th and long or taking a kickoff to the house. But I think we can all agree Hail Marying plastic bottles into the recycling bin gets pretty close. And let's be honest, your spiral could use some work. So next time you're thinking about throwing that Pepsi Zero Sugar bottle away, just cap it back up and pretend you're down by 6 with the recycling bin wide open. Know the difference? Make a difference. Be a team player and recycle. Visit PepsiTrashTalk.com to learn more.
If you want the latest road conditions while traveling without having to stop to view your smartphone, the Wyoming Department of Transportation has an app for that. Download WYDOT's 511 app for Android and iOS smartphones and use the hands-free, eyes-free feature to safely get the latest road conditions and traffic alerts. Driving in winter conditions can be challenging. Be prepared by using the 511 app to get vital information read to you while you concentrate on driving. Download it today at wyoroad.info.
This is Rustler Media, your home of Rustler basketball.
Rustlers trail 19 as we begin the second half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Thanks to Whiteout and your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Central basketball, Vergara, Tervort, Ballin, Rodriguez, and Sawyer, who is going to play with 3 fouls. Spring, Lovelock, Tuelu, Garrido, Lamas, and Pineda are the 5 that will take the court for LCCC with a 19-point advantage to begin the second half, and the clock did not start. Now it's running. 2:56 and 27. I'm not sure at that point you just don't put it back to 10 and 30 and let them inbound it again. Now they've lost 3 seconds to set it up and have to inbound again. Vergara, right side, outside. Lovelock defending her. Sawyer, right side, 16-footer. It's going to fall off the mark. Tuelu, the rebound. It's been a 10-zip run to end the first half, and a rebound comes off of the far side to Vergara. Macy Hine and Rhea Ukai not active for the Rustlers via injury, unfortunately. Ballin gets a pick from Tervort. Nice dish to Sawyer, lay it up and in. Started with Tiffany Tervort at the top, and a good assist by Tao Ballin, and a much-needed basket in the first minute of the second half on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard for the CWC Women. Tuelu running past Sawyer, Spring the rebound, put it back up and in. Sawyer kind of played a little
Toreador defense.
Yeah, a little lay there because of the foul situation. Rejected by Spring. Vergara wide open triple is not going to go in, and Spring will get the rebound. 12 points, 12 rebounds by Lila Spring in the double-double factory. Looking at a triple-double. I've got her for 6 or 7 blocks. Like I said, the official stat had her for 3 at the half. So nice baseline underneath, extra pass. Garrido Lamas knocks it in. You can hear her excitement underneath, and she'll get the and one as Tao Ballin will get her 3rd personal foul. She and Sawyer now with 3 fouls apiece. 47-26, largest lead of the night now of 21. Got referee telling Lovelock to get in place. 3-point opportunity on the way is good by Garrido Lamas at LCCC now, their largest lead of the night at 22 with 8:20 left on the 3rd quarter Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
And the way this is going, it's probably not the last time you're going to say that.
Katie Walker gets free on the left side corner, buries a triple. Her first basket of the night. She has 3 points. Ball thrown down to Spring. She'll lose the handle and throw it away. Each team, by the way, had 14 turnovers in the first half.
I think our officials for the night game are showing up, or else we're thinking it's Concourse C.
Got their luggage pulling behind them. 2 minutes gone by here in the 3rd quarter. It's a dead even 5-5 quarter. Lovelock working on Vergara. Throws it up ahead to Rodriguez. She'll stop in for 10 and get it to go as coming out on her was Spring. First basket of the night for Ari Rodriguez as well. Corner, Garrido Lamas runs into double team. Cross-court Lovelock. She'll fire a triple on the way. That's off the mark. Long rebound ends up in the hands of Spring, and she will be pushed into the backcourt, flips it ahead. Long shot on the way. Garrido Lamas is an air ball, missed everything. And the rebound by Ari Rodriguez. Tervort, nice step, might have traveled with it, but they're going to call a foul instead. Kind of made that little hezzy extra move through there. Referee's going to give the foul and Tervort to the line. Foul gets whistled on Garrido Lamas. First personal, first team foul. She's going to exit. McGowan and Smith-White back into the contest.
It's kind of their big lineup when they have Smith-White in there with Spring at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Got to reiterate what's going on to the folks on the lane as Tervort will snap nylon on the first. 5 points for Tiffany. Shout out to her niece and nephew, Oakley and Will. For Tiffany, as she gets both, she has 6 points. 7:10 left in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 48-33, a 15-point advantage. Twelu, corner, McGowan, pump fakes the triple. Yeah, she was in the air, put it down. They'll call her for the travel.
Yeah, she could have faked the shot without getting up or off her feet, but she did come up off the ground.
Wasn't by much, but it was enough to get the violation. Second turnover of the second half on LCCC. Appreciate you all tuning in on RustlerAthletics.com. Watching on YouTube as Spring went down awkwardly. I hope she is all right. She kind of went down like a weird ankle thing there as she knocks that one out of bounds. It's going to stay Central basketball. Inbound, Walker gets it back, launch a triple. That one's off the heel of the iron, no good, but Tervort, the rebound, cutting, Ballin is no good. Another offensive rebound, Central. Rodriguez a three, no good. Ballin a rebound, that 15-footer is good. Boy, several opportunities on the rebounding that time down the floor for Central will help narrow the gap rebounding.
Like we were working the power play.
And it cuts it to 13. Tervort's been a defensive stalwart tonight. She'll get the ball, but it goes right through the legs of Katie Walker. Boy, Tervort had battled hard for that, finally gloved it, but the pass didn't have enough ginger, and it went right through the legs of Walker and turned back over to LCCC. Driving and an offensive foul, forcing her will was Tamara Smith-White on the smaller Tal Ballin. And an offensive foul will be the third turnover of the half. And it will be Central basketball. Charles and Mendoza back in. Walker and Rodriguez out. Central break the pressure. Tervort, left side, Charles. Latai driving through traffic. Tervort, right side, 15. In and out, stays out. Tipped out of bounds by Twelu. It'll stay Central basketball. Boy, that was a good look by Tervort. It just rattled halfway down and came all the way out. Under 6 minutes in the third on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Vergara looking for a pick. Gets one. Give and go, Charles underneath. Good defense by Spring and a foul call on Crizel Mendoza. Good defense by Lila Spring, by the way, and Crizel will pick up her first, team second. I was writing stats and didn't see what had happened.
I saw it and I didn't see what happened.
13-point game. McGowan, you can hear the Rustler defense talking with each other. Twelu, Smith-White, spins around, foul. Going to be on Latai Charles, I'm guessing. And it'll send Smith-White to the free throw line. It is on Latai, number 2 on Charles. Free throw does not go in for Smith White. 11 of 14 is L-Trip now. Smith White, 6-foot freshman out of England, gets neither. Ballin the rebound.
And that's after they shot free throws very well in that first half.
Central down 13. Try to make it 10, can't. On the triple and a rebound by Smith White, her 5th of the contest. Under 5 minutes left to play in the third. Central with some full court pressure. Charles steps in front of the pass. Smith White, I think, jammed her finger on that one. They're going to stop play. No, a travel. I thought they were stopping play for an injured player because Smith White really looking at her left hand after that exchange. Subs come in. Central with their first turnover of the second half, and we've got the media timeout. 4:46 left to play, quarter number 3. Laramie County 48, Central 35. Golden Eagle basketball when we return from Rustler Media.
Bailey Enterprises is a supporter of CWC Athletic Broadcasts. Bailey's operates Pit Stop Travel Centers, Bailey Tire and Auto Service, Bailey Oil Company, Speedway Cafe, Evergreen Wholesale, and Central Wyoming Transportation. All can be found online at BaileyTire.com. Stick around for Bailey's postgame show after the game.
This broadcast comes to you in part by Fremont Therapy. They offer physical, occupational, and sports therapy in Lander, Riverton, Rawlins, and Green River, Wyoming. They are the scoreboard sponsor for tonight's game and can be found online at FremontTherapyGroup.com.
4:46 left to play in the third quarter. CWC had 4 players with 4.0s. Baron Baker, Emily Sawyer, and Rhea Ukai. Alba Garrido Lamas had a 4.0 on a LCCC Golden Eagle report card. Very good academics. 3.5 on the LCCC side and a very good GPA on the Central side as well with 3 4.0s on it. Lovelock to Twelu. Cross court, Lovelock wide open. Triple on the way is no good. And Latai Charles. Good minutes this stint for Charles as she'll get the rebound. Second rebound of the game for Latai. Central's had a chance to cut into a 13-point deficit a few times now. Boy, Mendoza got knocked to the floor right as the pass was coming, but it was intended for Charles, who ended up getting it. Rodriguez back over to Mendoza. Baron Baker for triple at the top. Nope, can't get her second one. And Lovelock will go get the rebound, and there's a foul whistled on Central as Baker will get her first personal. And Marin it's like as a shooter, you know exactly where that ball's going on the rebound. And she knew it wasn't going in, and she goes over to go grab it, and they ended up getting her for the foul. As Central cannot cut into that 13-point lead again. Twelu right side 15. Missed it. Spring and Mendoza battle along the inline. I thought Spring might have been over the back of Walker a little bit there.
Yeah, I think that's a place where Spring could have been called for the foul, I thought.
Stays Golden Eagle basketball. Sawyer, Vergara, Ballin back in. Mendoza, Charles, and Baker out. Good job. Great minutes by Latai, I thought, out there in that stretch. Lob pass up come baseline. McGowan wide open again. That one's off the mark. And then it goes off the hands of Katie Walker out of bounds and will stay Golden Eagle basketball. Golden Eagles haven't scored in a while. Central has outscored LCCC 11-5 in this quarter. McGowan puts it between the circles. Lovelock. Baseline shot is off the mark by Anya Alvaredo Lonberg, who has checked into the game. Tal Ballin, I'm not going to say anything about her rebounding. She has 6 rebounds here tonight. And she gets fouled on that one, as Lovelock will get the foul. Good job, Tal Ballin. 6 rebounds, 5 points for Natalia. Gets it to Vergara. Blackfoot, Idaho freshman to Walker. Backdoor. Rodriguez lets her player fly by and drops in a 16-footer. finally have cut into that 13-point deficit. Finally a basket for either of these two teams. It's been a while since either has scored. Vergara almost gets the steal as she knocks it away from McGowan, and will stay with the Golden Eagles. 22 to shoot. And here comes Maddie Jones back into the contest for...
Their LCCC has come out a little bit flat here in this second half, and CWC has taken advantage of that.
They've outscored them 13-5 in the third, yet still trailed by 11. McGowan, wide open triple on the way. She's cooled off since the first half as she'll miss that triple, and Katie Walker will get the Central rebound, her second of the night. 3-point shooting this second half right now, 0 for 6 for LCCC. Ballin, Sawyer dribbles it off her foot, gathers it back in. Gonna turn around for 15, left it short. Ballin tips it back to Sawyer, and a foul is gonna be called. Boy, Tal Ballin is balling out tonight. She has 7 rebounds. I'm giving her that rebound even though she tipped it to Sawyer. And she gets fouled on top of it.
I think it's to her advantage being the smaller player. When they collided, she went down and the foul goes the other way.
Spring was on the foul, and now McGowan gets called on the foul on the inbound. Central needs to decline the penalty and take the result of the play as Walker knocked down the triple, but not going to do it. 5 team fouls on the Golden Eagles, and that will send Vergara to the line for Central. Espy, 49 of 62 free throws have gone down on the year, now 50. As she is a 79% free throw shooter.
Yeah, and she makes this one. It's a single-digit game.
It's actually 51. This one could be 52 and make it a 9-point game. Does not. And Spring, however, will get another rebound. Up ahead, McGowan ahead of the pack, and she'll lay it off glass and in.
That showed us, too, that Spring can handle the ball very well, too, though.
You can see why there's a lot of D1 interest surrounding that Australian as Walker throws it away. Leading Ballin too far on the far side inline. CSU, Nevada, Fresno State, Siena from the eastern side of the United States, among others. And she's not really paid attention. She's just her and the coach taking the phone calls. They'll make a decision soon. Pump fake by Alvarado Lonberg, gives it back to Jones.
They're weighing the NIL money, perhaps.
Well, and I'm thinking maybe weighing palm tree options as that shot does not go in. Vergara will get it. I know if it were me, I would. I'm tired of these 53 Wyoming winters I've spent here. Nice dish, Walker to Sawyer, lay it up and in. Great assist by Katie Walker. Sawyer, she has 11. She is the first Rustler in double figures now. 3 on the other side in double figures. McGowan shot off the mark. She's missed her last 4 3-pointers. Vergara, another rebound. I've got her for 4 boards and 6 points. 90 seconds left in the third. It's a 10-point game. Rodriguez to try to make it an 8-point game. Cannot. And the rebound by Spring. They'll throw it away at midcourt. Vergara triple, bring the house down. It's going to fall out, and Spring another rebound. Might have been just a 2 anyway on the gray line. And a timeout called by McWilliams with 1:04 left in the third quarter. I don't know what it is about this season. It is a full timeout, so we'll take it with them, and then I'll tell you I don't know what it is about this season. After this timeout, this is Rustler basketball from 88-1.
Hey, high school juniors and seniors, get ready for an incredible day of exploration and opportunity at CWC Discover Day, Wednesday, February 21st. Discover your dream major at the academic fair and explore our beautiful campus. Parents, we've got you covered with a special session right before you get a free lunch. Get the inside scoop on all CWC programs at the information session. And of course, don't miss the prizes at 2:00 p.m. for your chance to win something special. Text the word DISCOVER to 855-2001 for more information or RSVP at cwc.edu/discover to secure your spot. This exclusive event is for high school juniors and seniors, so bring your friends and let's explore endless possibilities together. Don't miss this chance to shape your future. Wednesday, February 21st. Text DISCOVER to 855-2001. CWC Discover Day.
Minute 4 left to play in the third quarter, 50-40. Out in front, LCCC, they have the basketball. I don't know if this year it seems like, and I don't know if it's the way things are officiated or just how they're playing, but it seems like there are a long stretches between whistles that have been played this year, like 2-minute type stretches that have been played between whistles where they've just been able to play on as Rodriguez knocks that ball off of Matty Jones and out of bounds. And with a minute left, Central gets the basketball back on the 6th turnover of the second half. 20th of the game for the Golden Eagles. That's their average. Tervort. Baseline, almost throws it away. Ballin up top. Rodriguez outside for 3 is good. Ballin with an assist. Rodriguez has 7, and the Rustlers are within 7. Boy, the ebb and flow of this game has been wild.
I was just thinking, these are the first games this year at CWC where the students have been back.
It is. Baseline, Smith-White flips it up top. Matty Jones gets a 3 away. The answer is no good. Off of Sawyer, out of bounds, stays LCCC basketball. Going to see Pineda check back into the ball game. 21 seconds, 21.6 on the clock, 20 on the shot clock as that ball went out of bounds. Pineda left wide open, will not shoot it. McGowan instead in the corner has missed her last 5. She'll miss that one again. Vergara, the rebound. Central with 10 seconds. Tervort in trouble in the backcourt, and a quick timeout called by Leighton Westmoreland with 7.8 seconds left in the quarter. And that'll drop him down to 3 timeouts with 2 timeouts left for LCCC for the final 10 minutes and 8 seconds of the contest. 18th meeting between these two teams. LCCC leads at 14-3. LCCC has won 6 of the last 7. They've won 5 in a row. Central had won the first 2 when LCCC first brought back the sport.
Didn't they play 3 times that year?
They did, and the Central won the first 2, and then LCCC won the next 7. Then Central won, and then 5 in a row now has LCCC won to make it 14-3. Most points scored, LCCC scored 88 in one game. CWC's most is 76. Least by LCCC was 49, least by CWC 38. CWC's biggest win 15, LCCC's biggest win 33. And at 19 points at the halftime, it looked like we were maybe headed more towards that direction. But
yeah, I was
Central
afraid it was headed that way myself.
Has outscored the Golden Eagles 19-7 in this third quarter as the Golden Eagles are shooting, well, it's not terrible, 8 of 15. Central, though, 7 of 20. A couple of threes in there. LCCC 0 for 9 in the third quarter from the arc. Vergara to Tervort. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Tervort's going to go the distance, and Spring's going to knock it away from her, and then off of her hand out of bounds, and it'll be LCCC ball with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, too bad Tervort did not see the trailer going down the lane. I didn't catch who that was, but there was an opportunity there.
You're not going to win many times when you go one-on-one against Spring inside of the 6 feet mark of the hoop, I don't think.
True.
As Ballin knocks that one out of bounds, 0.4 seconds left at 50 to 43. 19-7, the third quarter for Central. Golden Eagles lead at 50-43. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Rustler basketball from 88.
A Big Win sponsor of the Rustler Athletic Booster Club is Health Source Chiropractic of Riverton, restoring health through the relentless pursuit of exceptional care. They offer chiropractic care and exercise therapy for everyone. Services include spinal decompression for degenerative or bulging discs without surgery and custom orthotics. They also have health products and nutritional supplements. See them at 910 North 8th West in Riverton or online at healthsourcechiro.com/Riverton.
Rustler Sports On Air are brought to you in part by Porter's Supply of Riverton, offering grills, spas, fire pits, gas stoves, wood-burning stoves, and Green Mountain pellets. They are located at 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton. Details can be found online at portersmvs.com. Thanks to Porter Supply for the sponsorship of tonight's pregame show.
Don't miss your chance to win $10,000.
And support Rustler Athletics.
The Rustler 500 is coming.
Golden Eagle basketball to begin the fourth quarter, as it will be Twalu, Lovelock, Pineda, McGowan, and Spring dressed in black, white numbers. Golden Eagles across their front. Tervort defensively has been an animal, so he'll knock another one away, and that'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to Central. Great defensive work by Tervort. Turnover number 7 of the half, 21st of the game for LCCC. And then Vergara loses it. And that'll be the third turnover in the second half on Central.
Kind of a shame when you've worked so hard to get the ball, and then the old unforced turnover I wail about.
A 19-7 third quarter as Central back in this one after they were down by as many as 22 at one point. McGowan has really cooled off. I think she's missed 0 for 5, I think, in that third quarter. I don't keep individual shooting.
Yeah, it kind of takes away their inside-out game, but there's their inside game.
Pineda, nice dish to Spring, and she'll lay it up and put it in. Back to a 9-point game. Full court pressure by the Golden Eagles. Rodriguez to Tervort. Tiffany dishes off Sawyer, puts it up point blank, missed it. Had some good defense played on her out there, and the rebound by Twalu. Twalu going to take it herself. She'll be fouled on the way to the rack by Tervort. That'll be number 2 on Tiffany. Foul trouble right now. Sawyer has 3, Ballin has 3.
Of course, they've had 3 for quite a while, so all in all, that doesn't look too bad.
Emily got all 3 of her in the first half of the game. Shot clock stays at 27. Lovelock inbounding. Lobs it out of the area. Ballin ends up with it. 3-on-1. Tervort turns 6. Got it. 3-on-1 didn't turn out to be that much of an advantage really after all of it settled down, but Tervort knocks down the shot. Kind of maybe we'll see Tervort and Ballin at halftime of the men's game as our players of the game.
Well, Charles also did a nice job off the bench.
McGowan heating back up, knocks that one down in the corner. Minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Back to a 10-point Golden Eagle advantage. Their largest was 22. Vergara didn't set her feet. 3 rolls out. Ballin battling. Gets knocked to the floor. Ball loose. It's taken out of there by McGowan. Here comes LCCC. Spring underneath. Missed it. Twalu and Pineda battle for it. And a shot from McGowan at the top does not go in. And Sawyer gets the rebound. And an offensive foul on Emily. As she'll throw the ball up in disgust, and 50-50 on whether she would pick up the 5th personal foul on a technical on that one. Got the rebound and was battling for it.
That was a tough call.
I concur. And she was heavily guarded by Twalu and Spring and was battling for some position, and they call her for the offensive foul, and Central will turn it over. That ball misses, and Walker battling with Twalu will get the rebound, and a technical foul has just been assessed on Twalu.
Are you sure? Because look what it was called at. That's what's interesting about that.
Blanche Twalu is going to get the personal on the rebound on Walker and the technical.
But I thought the official called it like at mid-court. That's what's got me puzzled somewhat.
So if they end up
I
with...
thought it might have been a bench technical is what I was wondering.
If it goes on Twalu to be her third personal.
Well, they short with 2.
Coach McWilliams talking. Get us in. PA did not indicate who the technical foul was on, and they still only have 2 on Twalu. She and Walker had kind of gotten tied up. And the referee, as you mentioned,
similar to the play right before, really.
Right. Vergara free throw is good. She has 7 now. And now they do put the third foul on Twalu, so she did get the technical foul.
But did you see where the call did come from, though?
It was
interesting.
And Vergara missed the second one. Central 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Espy is 3 out of 5 from that. It's a 9-point game, 7:50. There's a lot of time left in this basketball game.
However, it's such a low-scoring game. Points are hard to come by. This 9-point lead is bigger than a typical 9-point lead because of the low scoring.
Central averages 63. LCCC averages 61. Baseline, Walker, triple, good, and 1. It's going to be on Spring, who tried to close out on Katie Walker, and she buries it and will go to the line. It's a 6-point game. Walker's going to have to stop laughing long enough to shoot the free throw after her bench cracked her up. Free throw on the way, good. It's a 5-point game after a 4-point play by Katie Walker. 7:30 left to go. Central had faced a 22-point deficit at one point. Pineda in the paint turns for 10 and drains it.
And another foul on Spring, I believe.
Spring ran over Walker. I didn't see what happened.
I think Walker may have acted a bit as well on that, but it pays off.
I got to find a stat keeper because I missed too much ball game here. Spring will get her third personal foul. I'm going to watch the replay here. Oh, she put an elbow right in her chest as she turned around. I'm watching the web stream come back as a replay device, and she got called for it. Backdoor pass picked off by Pineda. Up ahead, Twalu, nice run and 1. How about that play by Twalu? And a long pass. And 1. Central foul is going to go against Ari Rodriguez, her second personal foul.
Well, and the free throw could make it back to 10 almost instantly.
Yeah, it was crazy turn of events going on here. Still 7 minutes left in the game. There's an eternity left as that one rattles in. You can hear it. 10-point game, 7 minutes left to play on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, fourth quarter. An eternity left, if you will. Walker, 15-foot line, gives it to Rodriguez, sets a pick for Ari, back to Katie, wide open. They'll call it for a travel as she set her feet. 6 turnovers in the half, 20 for the game for Central. And we'll get a timeout with 6:47 remaining in the contest. LCCC 60, Central 50 will return after this on Rustler Media.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic muscle cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. At CWC, we know that education is a costly investment. Apply now for several scholarships available only to auto students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Looking
for a flexible and convenient way to further your education? Consider online learning with Central Wyoming College. Our distance learning courses offer the same quality and benefits as on-campus classes, while allowing you to study on your own schedule. Central offers a wide range of online associate, bachelor's, and certificate programs to fit your needs. Enroll today and take the next step in your education and career. All of the details are found at cwc.edu.
60-50, LCCC out in front. It is Golden Eagle basketball. 6:47 remaining, fourth quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. And it's gotten to enough where it's a conference game now. You're going to see this team again, and conference games get a little more intense. They get a little more chippy sometimes, and these two teams, there's been technicals, there's been rough fouls. It's been a crazy one so far with 6.5 left. Lovelock against the Rustlers zone. Pineda, Tuelu, one extra pass. McGowan sets her feet, knocks down the triple. 17 for McGowan on her fourth triple of the night. And it's a 13-point advantage. It's been an 8-point run since the 4-point play. Backdoor ball and over Spring and one. And she got up slow, but Ballin has 7 to go with 7 rebounds. Spring will get her fourth personal foul now, 3 of them in this fourth quarter alone.
She got there late and just couldn't stop.
Ballin chance at the 3-point opportunity. And I think you're going to see Spring come out. Ballin has not shot many free throws, 9 of 16 on the year. Spring's going to come out, but they're still pretty tall when you put Smith White out there at 6 foot. McGowan, 6-footer as well, but she's comfortable out at the arc. Ballin 3-point play is good. And Kitty Walker will check out. Sawyer back in. So Spring has 4. McGowan, Tuelu each have 3 personal fouls. Ballin has 3. Sawyer has 4 in foul trouble for CWC. And now the official coming over to the scoring table to talk with Rich Gard, the official scorer. LCCC Central down to 1 timeout left. 2 timeouts for the Golden Eagles, and there's still 6 minutes left to play in the ball game. Lovelock, zone defense by the Rustlers. McGowan. It almost is like that's the only shot we want for LCCC right now, is looking for her at the 3-point line. Tuelu lost it off her leg out of bounds. Turnover number 9.5. And Central gets it back down 10 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard with 5:49 left to play.
She tried to lobby there, but it wasn't really worth lobbying for that one. It was pretty obvious.
It had gotten knocked off a Rustler off of her leg, and Sawyer turns around for her third triple of the night, and it's good. 14 for Sawyer.
Well, it's a game of many runs, it appears, isn't it?
It is. It's been an ebb and flow of wild proportions, to say the least. Sawyer almost gets number 4 from behind, and Smith White is out of bounds, and Central will get it back. 10 turnovers in the half on the Golden Eagles. They had 14 at the break. They have 24 for the game, well above their average. Still with 5 minutes left to play in the contest. Ballin back up top, Vergara. Lovelock on her. Forces up one from 17. Missed it, but rebound by Sawyer, her 6th. Back to the basket, Emily. Back to Vergara. Wide open triple. SB is good. 10 for Vergara, and the lead is 4. And a timeout called by Coach McWilliams. She'll have 1 left. Layton and Westmoreland and the Rustlers have 1 left. Stick around, a wild 4:50 yet to come from Rustler Gymnasium. Central down by 4. It's LCCC basketball when we return.
Peter and his mischievous fairy sidekick Tinkerbell visit the nursery of the darling children late one night, and with a sprinkle of pixie dust, begin a magical journey across the stars that none of them will ever forget. In the adventure of a lifetime, the travelers come face to face with a ticking crocodile, and of course the villainous Captain Hook. Don't miss Central Wyoming College's production of Peter Pan, with performances starting March 14th through March 23rd. Contact the CWC box office for showtimes and information, or go to cwc.edu.
As the second largest intercollegiate athletic association in the country, the NJCAA serves not only a pivotal role in college athletics, but in higher education. The NJCAA Foundation aims to move the association forward through resources, grant programs, and other special initiatives. Your gift to the NJCAA Foundation will make a difference and create opportunities.
63-59 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. LCCC the lead in the basketball. It has been a 16-13 Central advantage here in the fourth stanza. Twelu will get it into McGowan. Lovelock between the logo and the high circle. Spring is back out there with 4 fouls, by the way. Twelu bats it away. Spring gets it back, fires it over the top. Pineda, the rebound, and the putback.
Pineda's made a couple of big baskets in here. One when she was stemming the tide against a Rustler run, and that one right there as well.
4 rebounds, 8 points for Marcela Pinedo. And we've got something on the floor. Not sure what is. Ball, and looked like she picked it up in mid-dribble and threw it off of the court. That's wild. Not sure. Referee stops play. They'll throw it in the backcourt. Just looked like she just picked something up off the floor and throws it away in the middle of the dribble. Ballin hands it back out. Sawyer going to go for 4 on Spring. Missed it. Tervort over the top. It's going to get called for the foul on the rebound.
Good idea by Sawyer, though. I really like the idea there.
Tiff will pick up her third personal foul on Tervort. 4th team foul. Central is already in the bonus on the other side with 5 fouls called on LCCC here. We're under 4 to play. Twelu in the paint. Pineda, back-to-back big buckets by Pineda. She's got 10. Lead is back to 8 after Central had gotten it down to 4. 4-0 run out of the timeout for LCCC. Tervort working low block on Pineda. Hands it off to Sawyer. She'll be fouled and Spring may be gone. Pineda's raising her hand trying to deflect perhaps. We'll see. It is on Pineda. That'll be her 3rd. Yeah, someone was asking for 3 seconds, and my thoughts exactly, because Tiff had been there for a while and Emily had already been down there. No 3-second violation called. Sawyer free throw, no good.
I think we had our 3-second call of the season already.
Yeah, we already got rid of that 3-second call way early in the season. That we got no time to call those in conference play. 14.6 rebounds. Sawyer now 15 as she knocks that one through. 7-point game, 67-60.
And the clock is starting to be a factor now.
Yeah, 3:30 remaining in the fourth quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
Those possessions magnified at this point.
Pineda has had 2 great big buckets for LCCC the last 2 times down the floor. Gives it back up top, Lovelock. Spring and Sawyer both with 4 fouls, battling down low. Rebound is taken away by Tervort on the miss by Twelu. Second board of the night by Tervort. She's played tremendous defense, though. Long triple. Ari Rodriguez is good. Way downtown, and it's back to a 4-point contest. Under 3 to play in the ball game. Lovelock guarded by Rodriguez. Gave up the dribble. Twelu has Ballin on her. Ballin, actually, Sawyer had a late foul call. Sawyer has just been teed up. She fouled out anyway and then just picked up the technical foul as she throws that ball away. You remember I said a minute ago she was close to getting a tee by doing that.
And we saw one early on the other side early in the game as well.
She could end up with 6. She's going to end up with 6 personal fouls. So this is the crazy part, though. It's like one of those calls where the result of the play, had LCCC kept the ball, would that have been called a foul? But since Central got the ball, a foul comes in.
And also, the whistle was extremely late.
Sawyer is fouled out of the contest tonight. 6 rebounds, 15 points for Emily. And Lila Spring is going to go shoot free throws. 18 rebounds.
When your post will shoot your technicals.
Right, 18 rebounds and 14 points. She'll knock down the first, and she's a 64% free throw shooter. But she'll get another one. Well, it's not the technicals she's shooting. She was fouled by Sawyer. That's why she has to shoot these. And now they'll decide who's going to shoot the technical, and Coach McWilliams just says, hey, you just made 2, stay there. So now Spring will shoot the technical free throws. Back to a 6-point game. I thought the gym would be a little rowdier than this when the opposing team is going to shoot 4 free throws, but the Central gym is kind of deadened up a little bit here. A little bit of noise as Spring makes 4 straight. She has 18 points. I have her unofficially at 18 rebounds. She has a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. The D1 product. To be, yeah, she's fun to watch. One of the top players in the Region 9 North for sure. She'll take the inbound, throws it in the corner, McGowan wide open, and it was almost a 7-point trip down the floor, but
I think she would have made that one. I might have put the close to the door.
Walker gets the rebound. Central down 8, 2:20 left to play. Central got any more big shots left in them. Rodriguez back to Walker. Spring on her defensively. She's going to go back her down. She'll fire it off glass and miss it, and Twelu will get the rebound. 7 rebounds for Twelu. She's trapped at half court, and Coach McWilliams will call her team's final timeout of the game to save this possession. 2:02 remaining in the fourth. 71-63 in favor of LCCC. And they will take the timeout. Rustler basketball back on the home court tomorrow against Eastern Wyoming. Games at 2 and 4. CWC will then go on the road Tuesday night to Northwest College. Next Rustler home games after tomorrow will be Saturday the 3rd. And then now is an interesting thing as well, as both LCCC and Eastern are staying in Cody because there are no motel rooms in Riverton to be had because of the Ron Thon Memorial Wrestling Tournament, in which there are 40-some teams involved.
And Cody has all those discounts at motels.
Exactly. So both LCCC and Eastern Wyoming having to stay in Cody because there's no room at the inn in Riverton.
It actually makes sense, so...
And unless you made the reservations about a year and a half ago, because people know that wrestling tournament is always this weekend, Rodriguez steps in front of Pineda, knocks it away, and they'll get the turnover. Corner, ballin', Walker, pump fake, runs past Spring, puts it off glass and scores it. 9 for Walker. It's a 6-point game, 2 possessions. 90 seconds approaching, 3-on-1. Nice move and a lay-in by Twelu.
I think she's a great compliment to Spring in the middle.
That 1-2 punch, as I mentioned. Walker's going to go and be rejected by Spring. I'm not sure who yelled every time, but it's been every time you go and attack Layla Spring that ball gets.
Walker's, they've drawn fouls on her as well, though.
Lila Spring, excuse me. Inbound to Vergara. Pump fakes the 3, gives it to Ballin. Tal with McGowan's hands on her defensively, gives it up to Tervort. Underneath, Tal back to Walker for 15. That one's going to drop. 11 for Katie Walker.
A lot of fight in this Rustler team tonight.
Yes. After they'd gotten down by 22 early in the third. 3-on-2. McGowan lays it up and in. Central not getting back on defense. 19 for Kelly McGowan.
That's below. A nice job with the pass as well.
Rodriguez long triple is good again. Less than a minute to play. It's a 5-point game. no timeouts for LCCC. And a foul by that Tal Ball, and will put Lovelock at the line. Again, LCCC as a free throw shooting team, 66%. Lovelock, 45% free throw shooter on the season, although she has not shot a whole bunch. Knocks down the first, no less. 11 of 23 now on the year as she knocks that one in. Second one is no good, and McGowan with a huge offensive rebound. And we'll get a stop in play. Boy, a huge rebound by McGowan on the offensive board, and then a foul comes in. Referees conferring about this one.
A held ball, and I think the arrow favors LCCC.
Fan offering up some spectacles to the officials. 40 seconds left.
That's your son's Halloween costume of last year, I believe.
His blind ref outfit. They're just going to go held ball and give the ball to LCCC with 40.1. Good call, Mr. Kindle. Lovelock will inbound it, gives it to Spring. And she got fouled 2 or 3 times, and finally the third one gets whistled. Espy Vergara with a shot to the skull will pick up her third. Boy, you talked about how low scoring it was at one point, Joel. They've erupted for 53 points combined here in this quarter, and it's 76-70 as they both scored above their averages. Second one should be Spring, a perfect 11 for 11 from the line. Knocks that one in. Coach McWilliams directing traffic from the bench.
And she'll get her average over 16 a game after this one.
And that is good. 20 points, 18 rebounds, perfect 12 for 12 from the line, Spring. Ari with another long triple. That one's front of the iron. Tervort, though, gets the rebound. Vergara for 3. That's good. 13 for Vergara on the offensive rebound by Tiff Tervort. Time running out on the Rustlers with 22.8 showing. And 78-73, and a Rustler foul is on Espy Vergara, her 4th. I'm going to just lobby the coach right now to send me a couple of players as Twelu hits the first. We will interview the girls' players at halftime of the men's game. Second one is good.
She's got to be getting close to 20 points as well, I would think.
17 for Twelu. Vergara with 18 gets knocked to the floor by Spring. That'll be 5 on Spring as she went down hard. Hopefully she is okay. She is. She just got up a little slowly. And Vergara...
We'll have our sideline correspondent Louis check on that.
Vergara will go shoot 3 free throws with the clock stopped at 16.9. Hay is not in the barn if you're Joe Glenn, so to speak, at this point right now. I
think Joe may be in the barn, but
I guess it would still make it a 2-possession game at 17 points if Espy can hit all 3, which she has not shot the free throws real well tonight. Central 10 of 14 from the free throw line today. Espy is now 4 of 6 making that one. She'll have 2 more. Spring checks out, 18 rebounds, 20 points, and real close to double-digit blocks tonight.
It also takes out that easy target for the inbounds pass, too, with her height and her free throw shooting on top of that.
18 rebounds, 20 points. I had her at least 8 blocks, and we'll see what the official stats said, but they only had 3 at half. So Espy gets all 3, and Coach Westmoreland will call his final timeout of the ball game with 16.9 left on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 80-76. And at 1:27 mark of the first half, it was a 9-point LCCC lead. There was a hard foul. LCCC scores the final 10 points to the quarter.
And a 3-pointer to open the second half.
And made it 19 at half. Hit the 3-pointer to start the second half. And 3-point play, if you will. And then It was a 22-point game, and I did not think at this point we would be talking about a 2-possession game with 17 seconds left. And I guess where I'm going with that is hats off to the fight of the Rustlers. And moral victories, yeah, you know what you can say about moral victories, but this has been a battle for the Rustlers after getting down by 22 at one point tonight.
And I think as I set it off, Mike, to you, this would not have happened last year.
Right. And previous couple, 2-3 added on top of that.
Yeah, throw that in as well.
Coach Westmoreland. And he's not a moral victory guy either. That's when you want to foul, I think, as Smith White gets the inbound and is fouled right away. 15.2 left. Foul is on Tiff Tervort. That's 4 on Tiffany. 3 points, 8 rebounds by Tervort, but she has been a thorn in the side of the Golden Eagles on the defensive side. Tamara Smith-White, 67% from the line. She's hit 28 of 42 on the year. Pretty much right at the team average. Free throw 1 is no good.
And neither team has that timeout to advance it at half court either.
She is 3 of 7 now, 4 of 9. Quickly, Central, no timeouts. Long triple is almost good, and a foul on McGowan.
I'm a little surprised they would give her the foul on that one, actually, but
the kind of the desperation,
the heave shot,
running shot, but they get the foul on McGowan. That is her 4th.
And I'm not saying it's not a foul. I just don't see it called typically.
That would almost went down. It's a 5-point game. Rodriguez has 3 opportunities to cut into that 5-point lead. And the free throw first is good. And if nothing else, you want 2 out of these 3 to make it a 1-possession game. 14 for Ari tonight. SB has 16, leading scorer. Emily's fouled out, has 15. Ari now with 14. Katie Walker has 11.
Well, the free throw shooting here at the end has been big for the Rustlers.
14 of 18 for the game, 78%. Fourth quarter, they've shot from the free throw line, 9 of 11. Nope, they'll wave it off. They'll call it a lane violation and take it away. So does that go as an attempt and a miss?
Yep.
Because
that's what I've seen it called before.
They're going to quickly foul McGowan with 8.7. She did get
that's
2
a
of
smarter
3.
move it made for me to get her to ball to her.
They did get it to a 1-possession game, as McGowan will go to the free throw line. She's only shot 26 on the year. She's made 18 of them for 69%.
She is a shooter, though.
3-point shooter, definitely. She's 1 of 2 on the night. Free throw is good. She got the one that she needed to make it a 2-possession game.
Pink and red ones are the worst.
20.
One time, ladies, once.
She and Spring each with 20 tonight. Now 21 for game-high honors for Kelly McGowan. Rodriguez with McGowan going to launch another triple. That one's no good. Ball is loose to the floor, and that's how this one ends. A game effort by the CWC ladies, but unfortunately comes out on the wrong side of this equation in an 83-78 LCCC victory here tonight at Region 9 North basketball. 83-78 the final score.
Or a 33-25 quarter, too.
33-35 quarter.
35, wow.
Yeah, 35 points in the fourth quarter by Central. 35 of their 78 came in the fourth quarter of this ball game. That is a wild stat in that, as well as giving up 33, but just scored 35 in the ball game. LCCC got out to an 18-12 lead at the end of the first. Outscored Central 25-12 to take a 19-point lead in the intermission. Took a 22-point lead to start the third quarter. Central outscored them 19-7 in the third, outscores them 35-33 in the fourth. But LCCC hangs on for the win. They're now 8-11 overall, 1-2 in conference play, and stop a 2-game losing skid. 83-78 the final. LCCC the win. Your Bailey Enterprises post-game show is next. You've been listening and watching Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Rustler Athletics helps foster academic achievement, leadership, community engagement, and pride. The Rustler Athletics mission is to help student athletes compete at the highest level in their chosen sport and help them build a foundation for a successful life after competition. A $100 donation to the Rustler 500 reverse raffle not only gets you a chance of winning part of $15,000, but also helps make a difference in the lives of CWC student athletes. The last ticket selected will win $10,000, but all money raised helps our athletes win. Check rustlerathletics.com for details, and thanks for helping out Rustler Nation.
CWC Men's Basketball is hosting 2 season tip-off camps this fall. The first one will take place on CWC's campus on Saturday, October 28th and Sunday, October 29th. The second camp will take place at Lander Valley High School on Saturday, November 11th and Sunday, November 12th. Hi, I'm Brad Schmidt, head coach of the Central Wyoming College men's basketball team. Our program is inviting all the basketball players of Fremont County out to attend our fall skill development camps. The camps are open to boys and girls, kindergarten through 8th grade. Campers will get instruction firsthand from our coaching staff and players. The camp is for all skill levels, from beginners to the next Wyoming All-Star. You can find more information and registration. Go to rustlerathletics.com.
This is the Bailey Enterprises post-game show. Bailey Enterprises with pit stops in Lander, Riverton, Thermopolis, and I think there's even one in Powell. I'm John Gabrielson. That's Joel Kindle. Final score tonight, 83-78 in favor of LCCC. As I mentioned, they're now 1-2 in conference. Central drops to 0-3. They've lost 6 in a row, unfortunately, 7-14 overall on the season. Coming up at halftime, I have put in my request to talk with Tal Ballin and Tiffany Trevort at the halftime of the men's game after today's game. But it was a valiant effort. Central got down by 22 at one point, got it all the way back to within 3 at the late stages of the ball game. End up losing by 5 is the score. $83-78, and I just didn't know if you wanted to be on camera or not, and she doesn't, so she's going to leave. But
driving off to Matitsi.
Final scoring in this one, Kelly McGowan, 21 points, 20 for Lila Spring, 17 for Blanche Twailu tonight, 10 for Pinedo. She had a couple of big baskets in a couple of stretches. Tamara Smith-White with 8, Garrido Lamas with 3, Maddie Jones with 3. And that was the scoring. Lovelock had 1 late in the ball game, had a free throw that helped out. Leading rebounding, Lila Spring had 18 rebounds to lead her team. Blanche Twailu had 7. Tamara Smith-White had 5, 4 for Pineda, as they would out-rebound Central by my calculations, 46-31 unofficially, and ends up being 34-27 on the official stats of this one. Leading the way for Central tonight, SP Vergara, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Emily Sawyer, 15 points, 6 rebounds. Ari Rodriguez had 15. Tal Ballin had 8. Tiff Trevort had 8. Tiff had, Natalia had 7 rebounds to lead the way. Sawyer had 6. SP had 5 in the contest. Final shooting numbers in this one. Central 12 three-pointers, 12 of 31, 39%. It's a pretty good shooting clip from the arc for CWC. 26 of 69 from the field, 38%. 14 of 19 free throws for Central tonight at 74% as they fall 83-78. On the other side, LCCC 27 of 56 for the game, 48%. Just 5 of 22 three-point shooting, but it seemed like Kelly McGowan was hitting 3 after 3 after 3 in the game, but they ended up only making 5. She was the only one that made a three-pointer tonight, was McGowan. They hit 24 of 30 free throws in the contest, and they turned a 22-point lead into a 5-point win as Central stormed back in this one, and it ends up being a 83-78 victory tonight for the Golden Eagles. Now 8-11 overall, 1-2 in conference play. Central 7-14 overall. They've lost 6 in a row. They're 0-3 in league play. Joel, final thoughts on the women's game as it comes to a close?
Yeah, loss is tough, but boy, they put a lot of fight into this one. And like I said, something they would not have done in the more previous years, the way they came back and made that team have to work to win this game.
We'll talk with Tal Ballin and also hopefully Tiff Trevort in the halftime of the men's game, which is coming your way next. Stay with us. If you're watching online, you're going to have to switch to the men's stream, as the streams will be separate. If you're watching online for that, we'll have the pregame with the men's team and head coach Brad Schmidt coming up. Final score again, the Golden Eagles 83, Central 78. For Joel Kindle, I'm John Gabrielson. Thanks to Amanda Nikoloff's new media class. We'll return with the Porters pregame show. After this has been your Bailey Enterprises postgame show on Rustler Media.
Peter and his mischievous fairy sidekick Tinkerbell visit the nursery of the Darling Children late one night, and with a sprinkle of pixie dust, begin a magical journey across the stars that none of them will ever forget. In the adventure of a lifetime, the travelers come face to face with a ticking crocodile, and of course the villainous Captain Hook. Don't miss Central Wyoming College's production of Peter Pan, with performances starting March 14th through March 23rd. Contact the CWC box office for showtimes and information, or go to cwc.edu.
High school juniors and seniors, get ready for an incredible day of exploration and opportunity at CWC Discover Day, Wednesday, February 21st. Discover your dream major at the academic fair and explore our beautiful campus. Parents, we've got you covered with a special session right before you get a free lunch. Get the inside scoop on all CWC programs at the information session. And of course, don't miss the prizes at 2:00 p.m. for your chance to win something special. Text the word DISCOVER to 855-2001 for more information, or RSVP at cwc.edu/discover to secure your spot. This exclusive event is for high school juniors and seniors, so bring your friends and let's explore endless possibilities together. Don't miss this chance to shape your future. Wednesday, February 21st. Text DISCOVER to 855-2001. CWC Discover Day.
Support of Rustler Athletics comes from Sutherland's on North Federal Boulevard in